I sure appreciate you all. He saw crying weep, a stumble of thoughts, while weeping cried in the repetition of same, in the rattling around, masquerading the dark with an illusion of light, in a sorcery of blinding. The same old negativity, the same old fears, the same old doubts, the same old day after day. Materially sedated pain tricks the hurt it can't cure. Minds and hearts tearing apart in a submission to hope and believe. The great lie has its way. Economic shackles and chains. The money drug, promises of fixes, a constant everyday addiction. An obedience to always wanting more, and there is always more to want. Today turns tomorrow into yesterday, using up the future before it gets here. What happened happens again. Searching through thoughts, hunting for what makes sense in the parallels of rotating mirrors. What's this deal with love and hate? Everyone has something they love. Everyone has something they hate. In the turns, all we have to do is wait. Seems as if one is part of the other, some sort of making complete incomplete. There's love that doesn't care and hate that does. Choosing different fires, burning different heat. Convolutions of humanitarian twist. The love of mankind hates evil, but evil loves mankind, for without mankind, evil knows it wouldn't exist. Mankind fights for peace. God is a man and a woman isn't. Earth is a planet to be subdued. In the great greed, want replaces need. Madness as a replacing of life. Death comes from the womb as they eat their children until their children become them. And today is light day. Okay, so we have a mutual understanding here. I'm crazy, all right? No, I really am, all right? I really, really am. But it's okay. I know, I understand it, all right? And I think we would all be better off if all of you acknowledged you're crazy, all right? I just really think we would be better off, all right? Because if we don't acknowledge our crazy, we end up going mad and insane, and we go off into the rages and the fears and the doubts and the insecurities. So I think a little crazy every now and then is probably the healthiest thing for the way they're attempting to sedate our consciousness. All right, it just kind of, yeah, they really don't know how to count on it. And where we're all at now, you know, with these elections and all of this stuff, that the great lie that has just manifested and unfolded before us. All right? And I want to say this because I get concerned because, see, to me, everything is about energy. Everything that goes on in this reality is about energy. Everything is about energy. Everything. We are units of energy. We are electromagnetic energy. We project electromagnetic energy through our thought. We project electromagnetic energy through our sound, through our movement. Everything is about energy. Everything. For us as human beings, our DNA, our bone, flesh, and blood is made up of the metals, minerals, and liquids of the earth. And we have being, spirit, but energy. Spirit, energy. Spirit, energy. We have being. All the things of the earth are made up of the same metals, minerals, and liquids of the earth. So we all are made up of the same elements. All things of the earth have being. Because our being comes from our relationship to the sun, sky, universe. Our being comes from our relationship to the sun, sky, universe. Our access to the reality of power. The reality of power. Not these illusions and the great lie and the trickery that is being programmed into our consciousness. But the reality of power is in our relationship to human beings. We manifest the reality of our power. The power of being is manifested in the way that we use our intelligence to interpret the reality of our power. We manifest it through how we use our intelligence, our imagination, our creativity, our thoughts, our understanding, lack of understanding, and our actions, and we create our reality. This is just the way that it works. Our power. We're in a technological dimensional perceptual reality. Our being comes from our relationship to the sun, sky, universe. Our being comes from our relationship to the sun, sky, universe, because literally, sunlight is literally the sperm that brings life to the water-bearing womb that is the earth. So our relationship to the reality of power is in this relationship to who we are in that larger energy that is the universe. Our relationship to power is there. We're in a technologic perceptual reality where we know, I don't think we understand, but we know that in this technologic perceptual reality, they can take the being. All things have being. They can take the being of the DNA of the earth, the bone, flesh, and blood that is called uranium. They can take the being from that bone, flesh, and blood and through a mining refinement process convert it into a form of energy, a mutation of power. A form of energy that they can use to run another electrical system. They do it with the fossils. Do this very same process, convert its being into a form of energy to run another electrical system. Technologic civilization. The purpose of technologic industrial civilization is to mine the being part of human through how they program the intelligence of the human to perceive reality. To mine the being part of human. Eat the spirit of the human. Mind the being part of the human, all right, to run another in reality, electrical energy system. It's called authoritarianism, submission, exploitation, violence, aggression, and anti-life. And they use our spirit. They use our energy. They feed us into it by the way we have been programmed to believe and perceive reality by their definition. Now, see, as a native person, I don't want to step on any toes, right? But I think they're all lying. And I think they've always been lying. They've never told the truth because they don't know how to tell the truth. They don't understand the truth. They don't recognize the truth. And they've told that lie to us. And we are very, very closely to getting swallowed completely into that lie. And how does that lie live? Because that lie, the core of that lie, is telling us that there's something wrong with us. That there's something wrong with us. The mining process. When they take the uranium or the fossils out of the earth and mine it through its process, it leaves behind poison and toxic waste. When they mine the being part of human, it leaves behind poison and toxic waste. And that poison and that toxic waste, these are the fears and the doubts and the insecurities that now become a part of our perception of reality. And once the mining process starts taking place, we start to perceive reality based upon our perception of our inabilities rather than the reality of our abilities. Now, the power of our intelligence, the power of being as manifested through how we've been programmed to perceive reality, through your fears and your doubts and your insecurities. How bad can you make yourself feel? All right? I mean, between you and you, all right? Just between you and you, I don't want to know. I already know. Look at the world we're in, so I know what we can do. How bad can you make yourself feel? And how does that affect the people around you? And what I find ironic, simultaneous to that, we're sitting around feeling powerless. Well, we make ourselves feel terrible, and it affects the people around us. All right? With our terrible feeling of self and doubt and fear, power, it just spreads. Now, if we were using our intelligence clearly and coherently and understood the reality of our power, we could use that power in a clear, coherent manner and create the solutions to the problems that we're confronted with.